And can you refute the Israeli intelligence? Well, it wasn't really Israeli intelligence. It was Iran's own
There's nothing that
own
indicates that
files or
they broke
archives.
it. Nothing. I don't see anything when I look this up. Yep. None above the level agreed. So
Okay, but they had plans. They had plans to.
Here's my point. If there is not a single indication that they had violated the deal, Trump pulled out, never mentioned that they violated the deal. It is simply just mentioning the fact that, oh, I don't like that they are able to make money because we got rid of the sanctions, and that's what he says is the reason. That's going to get you to likely conclude that, oh, it seems like we have no good reason to believe that they have actually violated this deal.
They
And
had
I can't
government
then say
documents
that
stating
Trump has
that
put
they
us in a
planned to
better
violate the
position
deal.
in terms of the agreements here. Trump has put us in an objectively worse scenario. We have less political concessions right now than we had
Currently.
under Obama's JCPOA about 10 years ago. So
To
if we were in a
defeat the
better
evil,
position
you have to go
10
through
years
situations
ago,
like this.
listen, if we were in a better position 10 years ago when Trump wasn't in office, well, then that tells you that Trump has had a huge political blunder here, which has created worse off conditions in terms of foreign policy. So if you try to cite Iran as an example of the Trump administration's foreign policy success, you have got to take into consideration that we are in a worse off position right now than we were prior to Trump being involved in the relationship with Iran.
But it was a lie. We were in a better situation. The intelligence showed, like I said, it was their own government plans to develop a nuclear weapon that were revealed.
Yeah,
and it was way more extensive than we believed.
After we
no, this was before. This was in the months. This was in 2018 that this intelligence report was brought forth.
Yeah, so they did this after the JCPOA was done.
Yes, after it was done,
okay, so after
Israeli intelligence
the JCPOA,
found
of course,
that they had a plan to curtail it. So if you find intelligence
after the JCPOA being abandoned by Trump, of course they're going to build up their enrichment of uranium.
No, this was prior to the JCPOA. This led up to the canceling of the JCPOA when they discovered. Yes, no. The Israeli intelligence report came out earlier that year before they removed it.
Has this Israeli intelligence report been corroborated? No.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Parker, there being trace amounts of uranium in different areas is not evidence of them enriching that uranium above the level.
No, I wasn't addressing that. I was addressing that their government had active plans to curtail the JCPOA.
Yeah, and that's a claim. Has that been corroborated? Have we been able to
verify it has.
That intelligence?
It's Iranian.
What U.S. intelligence report indicates that we've been able to verify that intelligence? What have they given it for us to review? Have we been able to review that? Or is it just a claim by Israeli intelligence? Okay. Alrighty. Give them a second, everyone. Again.
Oh yeah, I gotta go Google this real quick, Parker. I want to get to the bottom of this with you. If you're right,
that's fine.
I'll admit you're right. I'll say I'm wrong, and I like to civilly debate.
Okay.
But it seems like they're a real fascist regime. Like they're actually killing their citizens, suppressing the media. In America, we're free to criticize our government. In Iran, they weren't, and they were killing people. Okay.
Okay, Trump actively is trying to undermine freedom of speech rights in the First Amendment in our Constitution. The idea that...
Can you cite examples and could you cite sources for that so I can read about it?
Yeah. The FCC under Donald Trump for Brendan Carr has talked about removing licenses of people specifically that do things the administration doesn't like. We can also point to the fact that the administration has, like Trump specifically, has said that he thinks it should be illegal to criticize him in the media. We can point to the fact that he said that people should be put in prison for a year for burning the American flag, which has been determined to be protected by the First Amendment, according to the Supreme Court. We can point to his countless violations of the Constitution and willingness to undermine the Constitution, and posting onto his Truth Social saying that we need a Jackson president, which means that he would violate the Supreme Court and say no to the Supreme Court when they wanted him to uphold the 14th Amendment.
But Parker, sorry to interrupt you, Parker. Are there any policies supporting this, or is this just hyperbole? Because I know Trump, he just likes to yap. But
he passed an executive
he has
order
a good
saying he wants
heart
to put
deep
people in
down.
prison for a year for burning the American flag.
Was that an actual
FCC
policy
has
put forth?
actively said that they are going to remove the licenses of people specifically, or would want to do so, right?
Have they done that?
So they have actively advocated for pressure on multiple people. We can bring up multiple.
So did Iran actively advocate to expand their nuclear weapons, as evidenced by an actual intelligence report? That was just.
But like we have no corresponding evidence to prove that to be true, and you're quite literally just you keep repeating that. But do you have any intelligence report from the U.S. that indicated or verified this information to be true?
Yes, they shared those intelligence documents that they obtained those documents from the Iranian government and shared that.
What's the source for that?
I haven't looked it up yet.
Okay, well then go ahead. Alrighty, if you want to support me as always, over in Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as always. Again, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, and if you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It helps get it out to more people as always, everybody. Alrighty, do give it a second. Do give it a second for him to find this information real quick, everyone. Alrighty. Maybe bring up another person while he's doing this.
So it says thousands of documents were presented by Israel to the U.S. that corroborated that.
What's the source?
Google.com.
That's not a source. That's a search engine. What's the title?
It was Gemini AI that said that.
Yeah.
So sometimes the AI can read.
Click on the source that Gemini gives you.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 sec. Okay, Parker, bear with me.
That's totally fine. Give yourself a minute. Do the necessary research. Click on the source. It's important to do.
It says the BBC.
Yeah. What's the title?
And I'm talking about the news agency, just in case anyone's confused.
Okay, of course. Can you tell me what the title is?
1 second. Let me find the title real quick, Parker, okay?
Alrighty. Alrighty, give them a second. They're going to give me a title here real quick. What are the odds it proves them wrong?
So it's the BBC, the British. I think that stands for British Broadcasting Channel.
Just tell me what the title is.
Israel's Iran documents show that nuclear deal was built on a lie. That's something around. That's like the title of it, and it's from the BBC, and it's in 2018. So let's see if these. Because Israel's, I don't know about you, but Israel lies sometimes. They tell white lies sometimes.
Wait, did you just really just read that? Israel's Iran documents show nuclear deal was quote-unquote built on lies. Okay. Let's take a look.
I just want to get to the bottom of this, Parker.
Okay, alrighty. Let's take a look. Let's find this.
Thank you for being civil. We're having a good debate
was
here.
Built on lies.
I think everyone's
US
enjoying it.
Who is opposed to it decided whether to abandon it. What was Iran accused of? Benjamin Netanyahu accused Iran of conducting secret nuclear weapons program, dubbed Project Ahmad, which had continued to pursue nuclear weapons knowledge after the project was shuttered in 2003. Followed the revelation in 2002, excelled by Iranian opposition group. Iran was conducting secret nuclear sites in breach of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, of which Iran was a signatory. I don't think that's a JCPOA.